Good morning, Jesus Center. We're praying this vitamin boost brings timely encouragement into your life today and enlightens and empowers you to be the amazing person God made you to be. We love you.
I want us to think seasonally because I believe it can be very healthy for all of us and it can be helpful. In Genesis chapter 8, verse 22, it says, as long as the earth remains, there will be seasons. As long as we're living here on planet Earth, there will be seasons in our lives. So every season has opportunities for us to seize. I want to say it a different way. Every season has unique blessings for us to receive. So I hope that we can maximize our season. Maximize this present season that we are in. Because I believe for many of us we are in a new season. But I also want to address something about your last season. Because here's a word I've just been getting. Until we can fully let go, we will not be able to fully lay hold. I just want to say that one more time. When it comes to stepping into a new season, we can't fully lay hold of what God has for us if we have not fully let go. It's really when we can say bye to the last season, we can really say hello and welcome in the new season. And I think one of the ways that we fail to seize the opportunities and to receive the blessings in this current season is when our hearts have not left the last season, or we're still holding on to the past season. So, even if you're in a new relationship, you can't fully be present in that new relationship if you're still holding on to the last relationship. There is the second shortest scripture that I found in the Bible, and it's remember Lot's wife. Remember Lot's wife. And the story goes that God was calling them into a new land, a new territory, and yet she kept looking back to where God was calling her out of. God was saying to her and her husband Lot to leave Sodom and Gomorrah, and yet she looked back. And the instruction was, don't look back. And when you study in the Hebrew what it meant by she looked back, it meant that she looked with longing, where she wanted to be where God was calling her out of. And so she wasn't able to step into where God was leading her. And actually, the story says that she turned into a pillar of salt. So she was stuck and she was salty. And I think, even for us, when we're longing for something that God is saying, it's over, it's done with, I'm calling you into something else. That was the old stuff. I'm calling you into the new stuff. And I think when we're just longing for the old stuff, how things used to be, what God was doing in our lives a few years ago, or the people that were in our lives 5 years ago, and we're still holding on to that, I think we get a little salty. And I think we get stuck, unable to really maximize the season that we are in. We can't drive our cars looking at the rearview mirror the whole time, or else it's going to lead to an accident. So, when it comes to our last season, count your blessings. And let's be thankful for the last season. Let's cherish the memories. The last season was for a reason. Whatever was in the past, it was for a season and it was for a reason. It was for a season and it was for a reason. But I think sometimes we get disheartened and we get discouraged and we even get bitter when we think something temporary is supposed to be forever. When we think something that God has appointed to be for a season and for a reason, and we want that to be eternal. When in Scripture we see that we're going to be with the Lord forever, but in this life we experience seasons where things come and things go. And again, though, there are opportunities in this season. I believe that God is just saying, don't get bitter over the things that ended in the last season, that job or those people or that ministry or whatever has ended, it's ended. And we're not supposed to get bitter, but we're supposed to be ready for what God has for us now. It's like a sitcom, where seasons change and there's new storylines. There's maybe a new supporting cast that God has around you. And we're in God's story, and there will be different seasons in our lives. So again, we may just need to let go to be able to lay hold.
Thanks for listening to today's Vitamin Boost. Have a love-filled day, and we look forward to connecting with you at church on Sunday and back here again on Monday.